Hey, what's up YouTube? It's me, Whiskey Hotel, back with my Road to Glory. This episode I will be playing the UCLA Bruins, but before I do that I'm going to buy this upgrade for no real reason other than I can afford it, and it helps me a little bit. But we are going to destroy UCLA right about now. Battle for the victory bell. Let me tell you, Bruins, you can kiss that victory bell goodbye, because that shit is mine. Just coming off a colossal 500-yard rushing game in the last episode. That was sweet. So UCLA doesn't know what they're in for. I'm going to kick their ass. But I am just sitting here on a Sunday night drinking a lukewarm PBR because I just bought it from Walmart. And apparently their refrigerator doesn't work very good because it is not very cold at all. But I already opened it, so it's kind of a done deal. Oh god, that's gross. But seeing as how this is Sunday night, I was just planning on doing my usual kind of just weekend rant about how my weekend went and my thoughts on it. Friday night, nothing special. Went and played pool as I usually do. That was a stupid round, goddamn. And did pretty well. There was a weird, kind of a weird vibe because I showed up late because I was tied up at my nephew's 1-year birthday dinner. So I showed up late, and one of my friends left to go chase a girl, probably unsuccessfully, which is unfortunate for him. He could use that. And another one of my friends recently revealed to me that a girl that we hang out with pretty frequently, he had sex with last weekend, which would be awesome, except she has a fiance, so that adds a little depth to that story. It makes it a little weird to know that information. Kind of wish he hadn't told me that, because now, one, I'm a little jealous because she's hot as fuck, but mostly her fiance is a really cool guy, but he's out of town like 3 weeks out of the month, so kind of feel bad for him. I mean, I've done a commentary talking about cheating and how I don't really care if your girlfriend cheats on you with me because it wouldn't happen if she was completely happy, but you know, he is a really cool guy and I like hanging out with him, so it sucks that she's doing that to him, but I will never ever tell him, because that never ever turns out well. Touchdown. Like, there's no way to get away with telling a guy that his girlfriend is fucking another dude. Like, he's not gonna appreciate you telling him that, even if it is the truth. So I'll just stay out of it. But yeah, that was alright. And my ex-girlfriend was there, which was fine. I mean, in the last week or so, I was actually trying to hook her up with another friend of mine that, you know, he kind of did it the classy way. He came up to me at a bar when I ran into him, and he just asked me, he's like, hey, are you and Jess still a thing? And I was like, no, not really. And he's like, well, would you mind if I asked her out? And I was like, no, that's a great idea, because to be honest, I don't give a shit what she does. I mean, she's a cool girl, and I like spending time with her, but it's just never gonna be a serious thing between me and her, so the idea of them being together actually seems like a really good fit. So I actually texted her, and the guy's name is Davey. I was like, hey, you should talk to Davey, like, he's interested in taking you out. And she wasn't super receptive to that idea, but I mean, how receptive can you really be to your ex-boyfriend telling you to go on a date with another guy? You know, whatever. So that made it pretty clear that I'm not interested in continuing anything with her, and that's how I treated it on Friday night. Just was nice and friendly to her, but made no effort to be physical with her or be flirty with her. It was just, you're here in the same room as me and we will play pool together. Damn it, stepped out of bounds. And then my other friends came down who are cool guys, and he got crazy drunk because it's the start of spring break, and he is in our Air Force ROTC with like 20 credits on top of that, so he has welcomed the break, and he got belligerently drunk because of it. But it was all good. He's a nice guy when he's drunk. Oh, that's mine. And so that night ended up pretty well. I mean, got drunk, played pool, hung out with some friends that I don't get to see all the time anymore, mostly because of academic pressures or whatever, but all in all, a good night. And then yesterday was kind of a stinker. Oh, am I gone? I'm gone right now. Oh shit, that's safety. Damn, I was hoping to run out of that. Safety did his job well. And Saturday I had all sorts of plans. Like my ex-girlfriend and I have been talking again. It seems like a positive thing. It seems like we may give it another go, and that is a-okay with me because I think it'll be better this time. And so I asked her out to dinner, but she declined, and because she had something else to do, because she only has like 2 nights off a week. She works nights, which is pretty shitty because I like to do things at night and I can't invite her to them. And so and so she's in pretty high demand those 2 nights that she does have off. Like, she has a lot of friends and her friends want to see her, so I was a little late to that. She had already had plans, but of course when a girl denies you and says that she already has plans, like that immediately like plants that seed of doubt, like, oh, is she going on another date? Like, oh shit. So I had to resist the urge to do that because I know that she probably wouldn't even tell me that she had plans if it was another date. And lucky for me it wasn't, and it was just her playing Cards Against Humanity with her friends, in which she wanted to invite me to, but the owner of the house is kind of a particular kind of asshole, I guess, and doesn't like people in his house that he doesn't know, so she didn't invite me. And the second half of that night was supposed to be me watching the UFC, the George St. Pierre versus, I think it's Nick Diaz, or is it Nate Diaz? I can never keep it straight, but I am an idiot and didn't realize that that's actually next weekend, so my whole night kind of took a big dump and ended up doing nothing except playing Far Cry 3, which, that game is so fucking awesome. I love that game. I wish I was playing it right now, honestly, but I wanted to make a video. And yeah, and then today I didn't have anything to do either, so I was just kind of chilling out playing Far Cry 3, and then I decided to see what my ex-girlfriend was up to, and she said nothing. I mean, you know, there's always the risk of coming off a little too needy if you text a girl too much, so I was really trying to not do that and text her every day this weekend, but, you know, my gut just said to do it anyway, like, just to see if she wanted to, like, because honestly, playing it cool with girls can get you somewhere, but playing it cool with girls isn't the best strategy if you like genuinely care about them. Like, if you genuinely like them and want to spend like serious time with them, the best strategy is to just go for it. Like, if you're trying to just be cool for a girl that you might want to have sex with, I mean, you don't want to come off as needy, but if it's a girl you really care about and you think she cares about you, like, there's nothing wrong with trying to stake your claim with their time, you know. And she didn't have anything to do, so we hung out. I took her to dinner, and then we watched Looper, which she hadn't seen, and is one of my favorite movies from the last year, so that was good. And you know, just enjoyed each other's time, really, which is, I sadly can't say that I've just sat and enjoyed spending time with a girl for a while. I mean, at least 6 months. Like, the past 6 months I've just been hooking up with girls, but honestly not really interested in just spending time with them. Like, if I was hanging out with them, it was always working towards, you know, sex or whatever. Just some kind of action, because that's all I was going for. That's all I wanted out of those girls. But with this girl, it seems a little different. Like, I want a little bit more. I just want to be around her and have her be part of my life, which is pretty cool. And then I went to get some groceries and bought a PBR, and then turned on my Xbox, and then turned on my microphone, and here we are now. Oh, god damn it. Oh, god, shut me down. Have a little bit of an interesting week at work coming up. I mean, I convinced my boss to buy us a new computer for one of our workstations, and he obliged, and I spent all Friday trying to set up this new computer, connected to the server, like install all of our software that we use on a regular basis, and it was fine until I realized that, like, I mean, every operating system up until now had backwards compatibility. Like, it could run any older software from any previous operating system, no problem, but I had no idea that they kind of took that out in Windows 8, which is kind of fucking me right now, because we have all this, oh, get in there, yes, we have all this old software from like a decade ago that we're running on Windows XP that isn't really compatible with Windows 8, and it kind of sucks, because I was the guy that first of all was the guy that petitioned him to buy this computer, under the impression that we would be able to seamlessly transition to Windows 8, because I didn't know that they had removed that backwards compatibility. And now I'm the guy, like, because it was my idea and I volunteered to hook it all up, like, now it is my problem that it isn't working very well, and it kind of makes me look like an asshole. And so yeah, I have to figure out how to make that work so I don't look like a shithead. I found a couple programs that allow, or not programs, but I guess I should say techniques that allow you to run XP style programs on Windows 8, but I have no basis for if they actually work or not, so it's going to be me trying some somewhat questionable slash shifty ass that's a tongue twister, questionable ass, shifty ass shit on this brand new computer that has no return policy, in hopes that I can make it work and justify my boss spending $400 on a new computer, which honestly is nothing for what this computer is. It's really good, but he doesn't know that. He just knows that he spent $400 assuming that I would be able to get it to work, and now I'm struggling to get it to work, which all adds up to being my fault, so I gotta get that to work. And I think I will be able to. Worst case scenario, I'll just bring in my copy of Windows 7. We'll install Windows 7 on this piece of shit computer, and run Windows 7 instead of 8. No big deal. Well, this game is in hand. It's gone pretty well. I was able to ramble on for a long time. Nice. God, you gotta block that guy. Come on. If I pick this up, I am a god. Not a god. just a man. Alright, that's the end of that game. Pretty easy win. If all goes according to plan, there's only 2 more games in this season. My next week is a bye. After that is the conference championship, and after that, hopefully, it will be the national championship. So this series is quickly coming to an end. That was the play of the game. Kind of disappointing. 400 yards, 5 touchdowns, all in a day's work. If you liked the video, think about subscribing. Otherwise, I will just catch you next time. Thank you for watching my video, and I will see you later, dudes.